What's happening, people? Yeah, let's go, let's go. So, let's see if we can still take this trade. We still have the narrative to go higher. Of course, if we do take another loss during this session, that would be us done for the day. And if we make it to the end of the macro, then we're done for the day. So, ideally, we don't want to finish the day in a loss, but if we don't get a setup, we won't force one. And we'll just have to take it on the chin and move on for tomorrow. But of course, right now we do have a sweep, consistent hits to the low. This has to go long at some point. Let's just hope it's during our session and we get a setup. Yeah, that is an inversion Fair Value Gap. We'll mark that out. Good spot. It would be nice, wouldn't it? I think that's what everyone wants right now. Don't get me wrong, I like Trump, but he has he keeps doing this, and I don't know why. There's a lot of problems in America, so I understand that he's fixing. Yeah, okay, so that Fair Value Gap closed. I'm not interested in taking the inversion right now. We were willing to take that trade if we had got our Fair Value Gap entry, but unfortunately we didn't get it. I'm only going to be looking for the particular model that I look for. I think Trump will stop speaking. They do have a lot of problems in America right now with where the budget's going and things like that, and that is what people voted for. So I understand that it's his first month in office. He's going to be going hard at resolving those issues. But once those issues have been resolved, I believe that we will get clean price action. That is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, as you can see, kind of all modules are they're not playing out today, so I really think if Trump's speaking, we do need to just step away from the charts, even if it's at 9 p.m. Of course, we've never been in this situation before where Trump consistently speaks at the end of the day. So, of course, this is all foreign to all of us. I've been trading about 5 years and I don't remember this happening during his last term. So you live and you learn, and I think we are just going to stay away from the charts as soon as Trump is announced as speaking. Of course, I thought today would be okay due to it being at 9 p.m. instead of a little bit earlier, but I think we need to just step away. So hopefully he stops talking. Shuts the fuck up, basically. I'm not interested in taking shorts. Of course, you could target the low ADR, but I really don't fancy taking the short. It's a clean setup. That is the setup we would be looking for typically. But as prices has been dropping for so long, is there any targets around the low ADR? To be honest, this is a setup. I think I'm going to ignore this setup, guys. But this is a setup. It's not clean because it hasn't really swept liquidity prior to it. But if you're just trying to get 25 points, this could be something. But due to us taking a loss, I'm going to skip and look for the move higher. I'm not going to take any shorts. And I'm just curious, has anybody ever heard of the software called Bookmap? Because I do use Bookmap, and if you guys would find it interesting, it's basically the order flow. So it's the order book, and I could post that into the signals room on the daily, and that'll give you clearer identification of where the liquidity zones are. It's about $350 a month that I pay to have that software. So I'm not sure if you guys would benefit from me posting that into the group. It essentially will just mark out the liquidity zones in a bit of a clearer fashion, because it will tell you where the limit orders are. So it'll tell you if the limit orders are up here, and it'll be marked in like a red bubble kind of thing. I might start posting it into the group, because of course price is drawn to where orders are. So if you have limit orders, which are essentially where someone's prepared to buy or sell, price will be drawn to that price. That's how a marketplace works. So this will just tell you where all the orders are. So you'll see a bunch of orders up at the London highs, which is here. Okay, so we might get an inversion. But I'll put a poll into the signals room if you guys want that at some point. It is really useful. And it saves you guys spending $350 a month on it. I can just post it in. So ES has displaced higher. This is something we'd be interested in taking. Okay, so we'll be patient here, and we'll wait for an entry inside of this fair value gap. So we're just waiting for an entry into this trade. Of course, if we don't get it, we won't force it. Okay, so we got an entry right there. So I'll stop with me here. And then we'll be targeting the London highs. So let's see this featherly gap disrespected, and then we should hit first TP. Of course, we need ES to come and take these highs, and that should give us an acceleration. As stops get hit, it means the contracts have been rebought, and we should get a push up. So we don't want to see ES break down. We want to see it respect the daily open. Okay, so it's not respecting. We're going to have to manage this trade, and I think we're going to move to break even relatively soon. So the reason for moving to break even was because ES has respected the daily open, which sits around our entry price. So we shouldn't see price come and retest this zone. If it comes back for a retest, we can expect to fill these gaps, which would put us in a stop. You can see ES is making the move. So we really need to see this push up to take this zone. This is moving like an Asian session. This is disgusting. If you got filled at 173, take off half your position right now, because that's a good fill. So make sure you've secured your first TP. If that's your entry price, yes sir. Put your stop loss at your entry price. Okay. This is moving disgusting, guys. Of course, I don't have a second TP in place. Due to the contract sizes that I'm running, it's impossible for me to put on for a second TP with 2 mini contracts. Of course, the reason I put the second TP in was for the guys trading the micros. It makes it easier for them to understand where I would be putting my take profit if it was available to me. But of course, with us using half risk size, I cannot do that. But if I was running the 4 contracts as normal, this would be my second zone that I would want to be targeting. And then of course, our final TP rests just below the London highs. So the way price is moving, if you don't get stopped out, we'll be in this trade for a long time. But of course, we have no problem with that. So as soon as we get another attack at the highs, we'll be moving our stops to the second swing low, which is this point right here. So I'll mark out for you guys. So just below this point right here, as soon as we take this high, that's exactly where we're moving our stops to. And then we'll lock in a few more points in profit. And that should cover us for the loss from earlier. If we can hit second TP, then all losses from earlier would be fully recovered. And of course, if we hit final TP, that would be an absolute naughty trade. So, of course, with the way price is moving, I don't really expect final TP, to be honest with you. This is extremely slow. So with ES starting to break down now and disrespecting the daily open, if we get a closed below this last low, we are going to move our stops indeed to the second swing low. So be prepared for that. So that's the end of that trade. Unfortunately, price didn't go where we wanted it to, but that's expected with this kind of news. So 28.25. So that would be so I'm going to call the stream there, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get the move we wanted, but we made back some of the losses that we conceded during the first macro. So that should put you just slightly in a loss today. But it's better than being down 25 points. You should only be down around about 10 points on the day if you go off monetary value. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully Trump isn't speaking and we'll get a lot cleaner price action. But of course, with Trump talking, it's just super slow because everyone's very cautious and nobody wants to enter the market, especially banks and institutions. They don't want to be entering during this kind of conditions. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and we'll be back tomorrow as usual, same time again. Peace.